Hey everyone, this is a new season and God is changing things. God is even changing relationships. Now listen to this. There was a queen called Jezebel. Jezebel was a wicked queen. She was very controlling, tried to do things herself. She even controlled her husband. All right. But Ahab was her husband. And he's a spirit as well, okay? And what he does is he needs validation. He needed her to do things. He was a yes person. Listen, God is doing that work in relationships where people even have been deceived, where they're maybe in a friendship or they're in a relationship, could be in a workplace, could be in a church, where someone's under someone, but they don't realise that they're being used. They don't realise that they're in fear. And that's what Jezebel does. It's like a fear is put into people where maybe they're afraid to go to work, they're afraid to be around this person. It's not like an authority way. It's more of a like, oh, I have to please them, or what if I say this, that person will go mad. And like in friendships as well, where you kind of have to be, oh, you're brilliant, oh, you're great, oh, you're wonderful. That can be it's unhealthy. It's unhealthy. And you don't go around telling people, you're Jezebel, you're Ahab. You don't do that. You just know by discerning of spirits. But look, God is doing a work in relationships, and God is removing relationships as well, because it's holding people back from their place in the kingdom. It's holding people back from being themselves, from allowing God to do that work in them. And even people who are just in relationships just because. Maybe they don't want to be alone, or they're addicted to that person, or they're just using the person. God is going to move things, and he's going to shake relationships like that, because he wants to set the captives free in a lot of ways. So that's even in church. God is doing a work, not only in leadership, but in people. And he's doing a work in character. And he's not going to allow someone to be manipulated. That's another thing with Jezebel. With Ahab, she manipulates, she controls. It's witchcraft. And that's what that is, not just words, But that's what's happening now, and that's what God is going to do. He's going to shake things. And you see, what happens is when Ahabs are removed, the Jezebel spirit gets all, because she needs her psychic, and that's in a man or a woman. It's like they're better when they're around friends or people, and they can lord over people and look down on them, and everyone's like, yeah. But God's going to move them. And all of a sudden, these Jezebels will be like, yeah, well, and they can't stand by themselves because they need their little minions. But God is setting captives free from the grips of Jezebel and witchcraft this season. Amen.